Now then, still using these Manchester images, you can see that I've made a duplicate layer above the background layer of this one. We're going to be looking at blend modes and working on the shadow and the highlight detail in this image just by a couple of quick clicks, by using some layer blend modes, some opacity, and we're going to make a merge copy layer of what we're doing. So you can see there, if we just multiply things up, of course we saw last time that's going to multiply the value of the pixels underneath. If we go to overlay, that's going to boost up your shadow detail but also blow your highlights out as well. So you see there the shadow detail is darkened and your highlight detail is really blowing out. There's one thing we can do here, we can use this, so we just click off that, we can see how much is happening with these two layers interacting together. I want to make a merge copy of these two, so it's Shift Control Alt E, Shift Command Option E for a Mac, almost forgot then, and I'm going to call it a merge copy, and you can see that it's exactly the same as the two layers underneath. And what I'm going to do now is switch off the icon for the Manchester blend, and we're going to look at blend modes for this top merged copy layer, and we're really going to look at what we can do for the shadows and the highlights. You see there the shadows really are dark. If we change the blend mode to darken, that really only affects the dark areas, so the blend mode is darkening the shadow areas but leaving the highlight areas alone. If we then fine-tune things with the opacity slider, you can see there you can actually start boosting up your shadows just by this very quick and simple method of doing a merge copy of the two layers underneath. If we switch that back on again, you can see there things really do look a bit different. We could change it to the overlay blend mode if we wanted to make a merge copy. I'm going to stick with this one as it is, and we're going to have a look at the lighten blend mode. And the lighten blend mode, as it says, is going to only affect the lighter areas underneath. So we're actually popping up the highlights in there and leaving the shadow detail over there alone. Let's have a play with the opacity slider again. You can see there we drag that along, though we're getting a slight color shift there. We can work in those highlight areas and really just concentrate on working with the highlights and the shadows. If I desaturated this, you can see there it doesn't really work at all well. Let's just go back, Control Z, and get back to the color, and you can see there it's a very simple way of working with your shadow and your highlight details using a blend mode and using your opacity. And we made a copy layer, which is a merge copy layer, Shift Control Alt E, Shift Command Option E in the Macintosh, and we played with the blend modes. Lots of blend modes to have a play with, of course. It's up to you. Start playing around with things now and thinking about your shadow and highlight detail. We'll come back next time and we'll look at this but using masks instead. So I hope that's been informative. You learned something. Just play it again and run through it again. Until the next time, of course, that's bye from me, and bye for now.